Something I've been surrounded by my whole life as a Dominican is cigars. Talking about cigars is to talk about culture, tradition, employment, and economic growth for the country. This is why I've selected to analyze the organizational culture at Davidoff Cigars, in order to learn how its style impacts the work environment and ensure it is functioning optimally in the circumstances. So, what is Davidoff? Founded in 1911 by Henry Davidoff, later led by his son, Zino Davidoff, it is a subsidiary of Oettinger Davidoff, a Swiss family-owned company. It is a vertically integrated company dedicated to the making of premium cigars. This means that they control all production from the tobacco seed to the final product. Originally based in Cuba, but later moved operations to the Dominican Republic in 1990. This was due to the diminishing quality present in Cuba. Zino Davidoff actually burned thousands of cigars that were not up to standards. So, Davidoff Cigars states how they believe in the importance of time, taking precious time to craft an exceptional cigar and equally taking the time to enjoy that cigar lies at the very heart of Davidoff's philosophy. Already, it is clear how quality and consistency is at the core of the company. So, various people are required in the production of handmade cigars once the fermented tobacco is delivered to the factory. The company employs about 1,500 people for this. So, focusing on the craftsmanship of the cigar, the responsible tabaqueros are conformed by a team of two, a buncher and a roller. Salary is dependent on production, but averages between 300 and 400 US dollars. This is a country in which the minimum salary is less than $200. It's important to note they receive a 20% incentive if they meet production goals with less than 1% of cigars rejected. This is key because it encourages efficiency while also ensuring effectiveness. Employees want to do their jobs quickly, but within a reasonable pace that works for them. Some other benefits are Social Security, double salary in Christmas, free transport in the factory, etc. I talked with the former general manager of the factory for 35 years, Hendrik Kelner, and he states that Davidoff is a factory that administrates and functions with only one word: loyalty. This goes against what business school teaches because he says he disregards the mission statement. The employees do not understand the corporate talk of time beautifully filled, but they understand loyalty. The boss is loyal to its workers, guaranteeing good working conditions, and the employees are loyal back, doing a job well done. It is a reciprocal reaction. Despite not using the mission statement, the culture still aligns with the organization's mission. The end result is a masterfully crafted cigar that's properly gone through every step of the process. In the 8 styles of organizational culture, Davidoff Cigars is evidently safety-oriented. It is an industrial factory that focuses on efficient, effective production, guaranteeing the consistent supply of highly demanded cigars. A process like this requires as much stability as possible. Similarly to the Disney case, the customers expect one thing from the company, and if that feeling is somehow altered, then there is outrage. The employees are also not independent, and they're dependent on the other workers, often even working in teams. Talking with Henke, he tried arguing there's an element of learning, but that would go to the master blenders in charge of creating the cigar blend. Those individuals do require creativity to experiment and create a desired flavor profile, but the grand majority of employees will be working with safety and specified instructions. Cigar Journal magazine had the opportunity to interview Ramon Emilio Cruz, former cigar roller and current quality inspector. He mentions, "I was offered better working conditions like better pay and more rights. I also want to work for the best company," and that's Davidoff. Ramon has worked at Davidoff for 26 years. He goes on to say in the article how satisfied he is with all the worker health benefits. His oldest son works at Davidoff, and another one works at a different factory in the area. That makes the family 4 generations of cigar workers. At the end, he states, "The conditions are so good here that I don't ever have to think about leaving. I will probably die here." It might bewilder a few people, but the words are genuine. Ramon was raised in the long-established cigar work culture, and to what he can compare it to, Davidoff is some of the best around. I want to quickly point out it is also very motivating for the employees to see that it is possible to ascend in the workplace. Ramon started as a cigar roller, but managed to be promoted to quality inspector. What's important to maintain and understand is the feeling of community and tradition, which leads to quality. A recommendation I could give is for Davidoff to not undervalue its employees. One of Davidoff's biggest competitor is Fuente Cigars, and in 2001 they opened a private school called the Cigar Family Charitable Foundation. Having the families of all the cigar workers in mind, it gave their children a proper place to study when the area they lived in did not offer it. They had a great success in social responsibility as well as perfect marketing for the brand. Davidoff should consider an investment as such that would elevate its social image and reinforce the loyalty of its workers. Right now, the cigar industry is booming. Last year, in 2021, Davidoff's global exportations grew 23%. They had made 23 million cigars in 2020 and then raised that number to 28 million cigars in 2021. With such high demand from all companies, cigar employees are gaining value, and Davidoff has to be careful with not losing people to its competitors. Davidoff has successfully understood the national culture it surrounds itself in and the necessities of those in it. Its, its metric for guaranteeing performance is incredibly simple, but it works for the people in the area. By not ignoring the emotional and human aspect in the business, Davidoff will continue to thrive as one of the best cigar producers in the world. And here are my sources. Thank you very much.